First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash, and the those Greek millstone, Wallet is truth, and also to those elect that scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom, and come back here today with another great powerful lesson, the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And the type D lesson is Southern Border Foreign Threat. So I like to say Shalom to all our listeners. Hope this weapon today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So I have a quick news article here by Fox News. We're just going to read the title, then we're going to go straight into the video. And it reads, it says, authorities nab 8 suspected terrorists with ties to ISIS in multi-city sting operation. So we already know that had an FBI warning about terrorist attacks. So we already know when the war started to begin, Israel and Hamas, these type of things constantly picking up, said there will be terrorist attack, on American soil. So, and also we know that Russia is sitting in our backyard, and also we know about the border crisis. All these young military age men are constantly coming across the border from all different countries, around the world. And one thing about it, is it by design or it has been manufactured? We're not ignorant of Satan's device. So we seeing these things that constantly happen. Also, these sleeper cells in different cities across America. So right now, they did a sting operation. And these guys, they caught these guys in certain cities. I think one was in New York, the other one's in Los Angeles, and another one I think was in Pennsylvania, if I'm not mistaken. But one thing about it, I have a video on it. We're not gonna read the article, but we're seeing that these things are constantly picking up. Rumors of wars all over the place. Civil war is at an all-time high, and also they keep telling you about this migrant crisis. Also, we know that they has elected a Mexican female president, which in fact is Jewish. And one thing about it, we already know how this is going to go. So we seeing right now, they want this order out of chaos. And also know it's going to be sedition among men, what I'm saying? Invading one another, like madmen. So it's what's getting ready to happen. So right now they're talking about they was getting ready to try to set up bombs in these different cities. So we're gonna constantly see a lot of things. It's getting ready to start to picking up. These Bible prophets are speaking loud and clear. And also we know a lot of our people still are with folly in the house of mirror, talking about Father's Day, talking about 4th of July and so on. And all hell is getting ready to break loose, and all these evils are constantly growing. So we're gonna get a quick precept. Let's go to Joel chapter 2. Then we'll start today's video. Let's go here to Joel chapter 2. Joel chapter 2 and verse 1, it said, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is now or near at hand. So that's basically what happened. We're constantly blowing the trumpet, constantly warning you all these impending dangers that's constantly getting closer and closer, constantly increasing each and every day. Hey, something, all hell can break loose at any given time. While I'm doing this lesson, when they say peace and safety, hey, we're here. You know what I'm saying? It's already rumors all over the place about nuclear war. Also rumors of World War III has begun. A lot of things happen. Also about this digital society is getting ready to come into place. The MOTB. Yeah, hey, these things are here, man. Hey, blow ye the trumpet. The day of the Lord, it is at hand. It's time to seek the Lord while he can be found. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is Southern Border Foreign Threat. So let's get this one quick video, and after the video, we'll start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified.
Breaking news coming out today that major attacks against 3 U.S. cities, Los Angeles, New York, and Philadelphia, have been stopped as 8 individuals that crossed from the southern border into the U.S. that were planning these coordinated bombing attacks, they have been arrested.
Officials tell CBS News the individuals were from Tajikistan and were arrested in New York, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles. They allegedly crossed the U.S.-Mexico border last year and this year.
Now, I'm going to share with you the video footage and the articles so that way you can see it for yourself. And in addition to that, stick around because I've shared with you the list of cities on the watch list coming from the FBI where they know there are sleeper cell groups there that are planning coordinated attacks. They're keeping an eye on them, and hopefully we're going to be seeing more arrests taking place so that way we can thwart any potential attacks that we've heard will be coming. And these warnings coming out from the FBI for the last several months, and the most recent one you're going to see just 8 days ago. So let's go ahead and dive right in and share with you the latest. But before we do, if you appreciate the updates keeping you up to speed, don't forget, take a quick second, hit the like button for me, helps spread this information out. Even though it's not what we want to hear, it's good for us to stay informed and share this information. Also, to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and also additional resources linked in the description below so that way you can stay connected and ready. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the latest information so you can see it for yourself.
We've seen the threat from foreign terrorists rise to a whole nother level. This is by no means a time to let up or dial back. Now, on top of that, increasingly concerning is the potential for a coordinated attack here in the homeland.
So that was 8 days ago, and that was Chris Wray, head of the FBI, warning us that now it's happened. 8 migrants with ties to ISIS arrested in a sting operation. All 8 of them crossed the border illegally. That's where we start. Good morning, everybody. On this midweek Wednesday, I'm Bill Hemmer. Hello to you.
Good morning. It's good to be here with you. I'm Dana Perino, and this is America's Newsroom. The migrants came here from Tajikistan, and a source tells Fox they were, quote, fully vetted at the southern border, and yet nothing was flagged.
So ICE then later caught up with them in Philadelphia, New York, and Los Angeles, and that begs the question, who else is coming across that border?
We have Team Fox coverage. Paul Morrow is here with us, and we want to go first to Alexis McAdams. She is on the streets of New York with more. Hi, Alexis.
Dana, Bill, good morning. Right now, we know that those 8 Tajik nationals are in ICE custody this morning after they were arrested. A source telling me that a majority were arrested right here in New York City. Exactly where in the city, we're still trying to figure that out. This morning, a Democratic councilman here says this is another example of a broken southern border that he says the president needs to fix quickly because he says he doesn't know what's going to happen next in New York City. Listen.
Yeah, it's frightening, and we're headed for another 9/11. I predicted that. I think we should have a secure border. We should know who's coming into our country. We don't, and millions of migrants and illegal aliens have gotten through. So it's a situation that we're just, really rolling the dice here.
So in just the last few days, a group of Tajik nationals, who investigators tell us have ties to ISIS, were taken into custody. The 8 men, all from Tajikistan. So how did they enter the United States in the first place is the question. Sources telling Fox they crossed illegally at the southern border and were, quote, fully vetted. But listen to this, nothing was flagged somehow. It was only after they were already released into the U.S. that Customs and Border Patrol were notified about these major security concerns. So this ICE sting took place in 3 major cities, New York, Philadelphia, and in Los Angeles. According to the New York Post, the feds used a wiretap to listen in on these phone calls from these people, hearing one of those arrested talking about bombs. Former ICE Director Tom Homan says this is an example of a dangerous trend.
So seeing that we're getting very close to that, what you call black swan event, something that's going to happen all of a sudden. So let's start here. In Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 12. That's why we always got to be circumspect, redeeming the time wisely. They not hardly even putting these type of things in the news. And also, we already know that Russia is in our backyard. Hey, we constantly warn you, left and right. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 12, it said, For man also knoweth not his time as the fishes that are taken in a evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare are trapped, so are the sons of men snared in a evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them. So that's what's going to happen, like a normal day. People getting ready for Father's Day. Just like I said, 4th of July, relaxing in their leaves, and these things are constantly picking up. Hey, look out for a black swan event. Evil net. We telling you all the time that hey, we're coming upon what? Great tribulation, great death and destruction. Let's read in NLT. It says here, people can never predict when hard times might come, like fish in a net or birds in a trap. People are caught by sudden tragedy. That's what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people going to get caught up in this evil net. You know what? A lot of people going to what? Will have a vexation spirit. You know, it's going to be travailing like a woman with child. So now let's go here to Jeremiah chapter 51, straight to the point lesson. Dealing with a little toothache, but we're going to roll with it still. Jeremiah chapter 51, and we'll start up at verse 12. And it reads, it says, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. It said, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes, for the Lord has both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. So one thing about it, the Lord is getting ready to destroy this place. It's getting ready to be a burnt offering of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. There will be no inhabitant left here. So the Lord is setting up the watchmen, preparing the ambush. These UN peacekeeping troops. You know what I'm saying? When the enemy coming like a flood, the Lord is going to lift up that standard. And one thing about it, we knowing that the devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath. So we seeing it right now. You seeing these suspected terrorists in major cities across America, all by design, but all by design of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, not the so-called white man. He's not running the damn thing. But one thing about it, we're seeing right now, the Lord's getting ready to bring forth massive judgment. Let's start back up at verse 13. It said, O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundance and treasures, thy end is come, and the measure of thy covenants. It was talking about what? America, Babylon the Great, the whore that sits on many water. Your end has come, so we already know it. In 1 hour, thy judgment comes. So we know, any given time, things could go nuclear at any given day. So we constantly warn you left and right. This place has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, but right now it is circling the drain. We're seeing that America is on the decline. This place is finished. America is going out of business for forever. So verse 14 said the Lord of hosts has sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee. So that's what's getting ready to happen. That invading for Russia, China, in collaboration with EU and NATO is getting ready to come in here, that invading for, it would be like madmen, sedition among men, the civil unrest, civil war, city against city, Egyptian against Egyptian. That's getting ready to happen, so when these UN troops come in here, they're already in place, these sleeper cells, but the Lord is going to activate his sleeper cells also, the 144. So let's read it in the NLT, Jeremiah chapter 51 and 14 in the NLT. It says, the Lord of heaven's armies has taken this vow and has sworn to it by his own name. Say, your cities will be filled with enemies, said, like fields swarming with locusts, and they will shout in triumph over you. So one thing about it, that's that invading for, Russia and China troops in collaboration with the EU and NATO. So we know that they're coming in here, very soon. So one thing about it, it's time to seek the Lord. Because one thing about it, if you're not seeking the Lord, you are seeking death. 2 parts therein will be cut off and die. So now let's go here. We'll constantly warn you left and right. Let's go here. Let's get Isaiah chapter 13. Isaiah chapter 13, and let's drop down to verse 17. We'll drop down to verse 17. There's some part I want to get out of here. Let's drop down to 17. And it reads, it said, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. So one thing about it, we already know the spiritual Medes is Russia. So you already know that they already stirred up right now in our own backyard. This Bible spot on. They're not going to regard none of your money, your resource. They're going to come in and do one thing, kill. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's getting ready to happen. So let's read in the NLT. It said, look, I will stir up the Medes against Babylon. They cannot be tempted by silver or bribes with gold. So one thing about it, hey, they get ready to destroy this place in 1 hour. You know what I'm saying? So Putin is already has announced that that America is their enemy. So, man, we seeing these things are constantly picking up. Let's read verse 18. It said, their bows shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Said their eyes shall not spare children. So say it don't give a damn, young, old, infants. They don't care. They're gonna be, it's gonna be killed or be killed. It's gonna be a lawless time. So let's read this once again. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 18. It said, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and there shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. So one thing about it, who care about pregnant women or not, it's gonna be a time of trouble that we've never seen before. Verse 19 says, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, of the beauty of the Chaldees, said, excellency shall be as when the Almighty overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So one thing about it, that the Lord's going to destroy this place with those IBCM missiles and also that laser and chair fire. This place is going to be totally destroyed. So we already know that they have the stage is set, all things are ready. They have these sleeper cells already in place. You know what I'm saying? Civil war is at our door, and also World War III and a nuclear exchange at any given time. Redeem the time wisely, because one thing about it, the days are evil. So now, let's go to our last and final script. We'll close out here. Nahum chapter 1. Nahum chapter 1 and verse 7. We'll close out here. And it reads, said, the Lord is good and strong hold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth of them that trust in him. He's talking about what the elect, the true believers of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So let's read that once again. We're reading NLT this time. So the Lord is good, a strong refuge when trouble comes. He is close to those who trust in him. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, that's why what the Lord told you, that put your total trust in him. Lean not on your own understanding. And one thing about it, we know that the Lord will be a strong tower. The name of the Lord shall be a strong tower. It will be a stronghold in times of trouble, because what? We trust and believe in Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord is going to see us through it all the way through the finish line. Verse 8, it says, but with an overrunning flood, he will make an utter end of the place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemy. Verse 9 says, what do ye imagine against the Lord? Say, he will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time. And one thing about it, this is it. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, the Lord is getting ready to usher in the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. Let's read in the NLT. He said, why are you scheming against the Lord? Say, he will destroy you with one blow, and he won't need to strike twice. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord's getting ready to make a speedy witness of this place very soon. We know that we're in this transition power. We know we're coming upon great tribulation, great persecution, death, and destruction. But one thing about it, the Lord say he will protect us. He will guide us in these times of trouble. That's why the Lord said, make you ready to the battle and in those evils. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we'll be like pilgrims upon the earth. The Lord will be directed our step, because we trust and believe in Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So the title of today's lesson, once again, is Southern Border Foreign Threat. So I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rekah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.